Black men, as a kid, have you ever tried to find a unicorn? Or on St. Patrick's Day, have you ever tried to find a leprechaun? I'm pretty sure a majority of us have, because I know I have. But as an adult, I realized that they didn't exist. So I asked the question, should a black man with no children be guilted or forced to have a relationship with a woman with children? A single woman with children. Make sure you hit that like and sub button. And if you find the video informative, share it. Let's get it. Now, what made me ask this question is I have a homeboy. Has his own business, has no kids at 31 years old. And that's an anomaly to see that nowadays. But the one issue that it wasn't an issue to him, but the one common denominator with his situation was the fact that he would date or deal with single mothers. And there was a few consistent things that would always happen. There would be an issue with the child's father or the mother of the child, for the most part, wasn't able to do certain things, understandably, because the child obviously comes first. So after hearing this, I asked him a question. Bro, why are you always dating single mothers? Why? It'll be a single mother that's 21, a single mother that's 45, a single mother that's 32, a single mother that's 28. The one common denominator was the fact that they were all single mothers. So I told him, you don't feel like you deserve to be able to start your own family instead of jumping into one that already exists? Because as a man that's responsible, and since it's a rarity that you can find a black man that doesn't have children, that black man deserves to be able to have a woman that doesn't have children. And the thing was, you can rarely find it. So what we end up doing is just settling. And just like women always tell themselves to know their worth, men need to do the same thing. So if you've been responsible your whole life, use protection, make sure your girlfriend use some type of birth control, you did that, and then hit your 30s and still don't have any kids, you have the right, and in my opinion, the obligation to find someone that's in the same situation as you, because you deserve it. You shouldn't have to go into a relationship having to spend the time with the children. The woman is automatically putting you as the father figure in that child's life, which is dangerous. You shouldn't have to spend money on somebody else's child. You shouldn't have to take care of somebody else's child. It's not your job. You didn't create that child. And you are not selfish for wanting to have the same thing as you. And we as men, black men, shouldn't just talk about this. These men need to actually exercise this right. Don't let a woman tell you that you're selfish or you're shallow because you don't want to date them, because you don't want to deal with their badass kids. And if they do feel that way, fuck them. They should have did the right thing growing up and not get pregnant. Even if it's just once. But the majority of these women get pregnant multiple times by multiple different niggas. So imagine, you will have a chick that has a child from one dude, you're looking over your shoulder with him, another one, you're looking over your shoulder with him, and another one, you're looking over your shoulder with him. Because most likely, that woman is still dealing with those men, or that past man. And if we sit back and think about it, that's a lot of unnecessary bullshit to have to go through. Again, you didn't earn it. Are you wrong for wanting to have your wife give birth to both of y'all's first child, so y'all can share that first time memory? Because when you get the chick pregnant that already has kids, one or multiple, it's just a process that she goes through when she's going to be pregnant with yours. And she is going to get pregnant because that's all she is used to doing. Obviously, she doesn't know how to stop it because she has multiple damn kids by multiple different niggas. And just like many other things in life, when you don't submit to what the woman is saying, she will shame you until you submit to what she's requesting. Now, you should never let a person shame you on something that you believe and something that you earned. Because the crazy thing is, a lot of these single mothers will state that I don't want a man that has children because they don't want to deal with the baby mama drama. So black men, we need to go by that same logic. You don't want to have to deal with the damn baby father drama, which is just as bad, if not worse. Because plenty of men have been killed while dating and getting serious with a single mother because of the jealous deadbeat boyfriend or jealous deadbeat baby father. So, now that you look at it from that perspective, is it really worth it? How will you profit from this? What will you gain from this? Nothing. Nothing but aggravation, frustration. And another thing that really bothers me when you have men, let's say for example, Derek Jackson, when you name a video that, I'm paraphrasing, single mothers are only for real men. Now you have a trying to do the work for these black single mothers and showing you and basically saying that you're less than a man, than the simp. That would be good. Let's think about it. If you sit back while dating a single black mother, if you sit back and you look at their children, her children, that's a constant reminder that she was irresponsible and a constant reminder that she's been fucking regularly and irresponsibly. And the male ego is a major thing, regardless of whether you want to admit it or not. Now, the main perk for starting your own family from the ground up is the fact that you get to have full-time hands-on experiences with your children. Meaning, you can mold your children into what you believe that a real man is or a real woman is. But if you step into a situation whereas they already have multiple children or just one child, that mother most likely has been doing the raising by herself. So now what you have to deal with is, if the child is a newborn or between the ages of 1 and 2, this mother doesn't have time for you. Again, it's understandable because her main responsibility is her child. But on the other hand, when the children are a lot older, as teenagers, you will have the girl telling you, you ain't my daddy, you can't tell me what to do. You'll have her calling her daddy for every single thing that when you try to discipline her. And as far as the boys go, you will have this boy that'll be upset for the simple fact that you're fucking his mama. He's just as emotional as the mother, so he's probably going to want to jump and fight you a couple of times. Again, I ask the question, is this worth it? Nope, it is. So man, what we need to start doing is basically, in essence, do what the women do. Have a standard for yourself. If you've been doing the right thing and have been responsible your whole life, just not throwing your dick around recklessly and ending up with 10, 15 different baby mamas, or one, then you have the right to request the same thing from who you choose to have a relationship with. Make sure you hit that like and sub button, share it. 50BM, Devil's Advocate. Till next time, I am out.
And that's why they called you bitch, I betcha.